So you're right, here is the government building, but also the tax office. Not the best place to be. And the building here to the left is the police station. A lot of the police up here is from Denmark because they can't get enough Greenlandic young people to take the police academy because you have to go to Denmark to do it. We have two different chains. We have this one, which is called Brusini, and then we have another one called Pacific. All the grocery stores are coming from Denmark. Almost all the grocery stores. Sometimes when the weather is really bad and the boats and the planes can't get here, the grocery stores are empty. Then we can not get any vegetables for a couple of days. Second mall in all of Greenland. The young Greenlanders are looking forward to it because they say there will be a Burger King in there. For the young Greenlandic people who has never been out of Greenland, they have never tried a Burger King or a McDonald's. We heat our apartments with hot water. In the winter, when the storm comes, some days we are without electricity and warming for 1 to 3 days. But we have a backup generator. The backup generator only works at the hospital and the Joint Arctic Command, so I'm lucky I can always get a warm bath and go to make my food. But for the ones who's not that lucky, they will burn a lot of candlelights and they will eat cold food. The little harbor here will freeze in the winter. The open sea will not. So they are taking all the boats up and putting them here to your right in the boat parking area. So yeah, it's very beneficial up here to have a boat.
They do some color coding, as I was mentioning, on the buildings. So the schools are always red, and the hospitals and clinics are always yellow.
Oh.
So this is the medical facility here. If they had something like big emergency, and skulls, a nice fresh one. So the season just opened up on the 1st of August. And in the backcountry here, there's a lot of reindeer.
I see a dog up there.
Yes, and those are Greenland dogs. Oh. And we are technically above the Arctic Circle here.
Yes.
And in Greenland, they do not want the genetics of the Greenland dog to be messed with. So there's a very strict line where the only dogs allowed above the Arctic Circle are the Greenland dogs to keep their bloodline. Yeah. And sometimes you get this stripy rock, right? And you can see where it's kind of been folded. You see these like weird folds in the rock, and that is evidence of this rock being squeezed so hard. Very hard rock. Most of it is something called gneiss, which is spelled G-N-I-E-S-S. And I'll show you some good examples of it. But it's very, very hard, like granite. So it's not very easy to put things underground.
Oh, yeah.
And also, even areas with more soil, you have something called the permafrost, where just under the top surface of the very top layer is all frozen. So you can't really dig and put piping through.
Yeah.
So a lot of electrical and water and other things are most of the houses don't have running water. So there's if anybody wants to get some more water, they can come here. And the town's water comes from a lake that's just over the hill here. And they don't have flush toilets. So there's like bags that you poop in, and then they get zipped up, and then on whatever collection day, the term is like the chocolate man comes along. And then that gets moved offsite.
It's like that cruise ship that lost all its.
Oh, I haven't watched that on Netflix.
Yeah, here it's the same thing they did those days. Sorry, you dropped a bit of a Kleenex there.
Who's the other cultural ambassador that did those for me. So this is a practice that's been a little bit suppressed, and it's getting revitalization now in the last 15 years. But the sedna lines are particularly important, and sometimes that's the first marking you get, other than maybe your womanhood marking on your chin. And that is, so there's the sea goddess, Sedna.
Got our lens.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's a nice job.
Yeah. Yeah, most, they don't want to.
Some of the days only the cheese are left.
Because that could lead to frostbite or hypothermia. And of course they were wearing wool, so their wool sweaters, when they sweated, froze. And they lost all their insulation probability, and that was it. Where Inuit used lightweight dog sleds, and they also had caribou skin parkas. They are a superior animal for Arctic conditions over the husky and the Malamute. The husky and the Malamute, they're not as strong, their fur isn't as thick, so they can't handle the weather up here as much. So these dogs would always be outside, they sleep nose to tail, and their nose is the only possible spot to go, and very little vegetation in their diet. It's pretty well all protein. So what they would do, and the sled dogs is, along with the Uummannaqs and the kayaks, is what allowed the Inuit to travel such vast distances. And with their hunting technology allowed them to hunt large game.